Hello, parallel-preneur powerhouses, and welcome to Nef Nugget, where I share one tip that will inspire you to act and motivate you to move. So, I got a question for you. True or false? Networking is the number one way to move the needle in your business. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. If you said true, you're absolutely correct. It is definitely the number one way to move the needle in your business. But I got a couple questions for you. Have you been experiencing where you try to connect with everyone that becomes your friends or follow you online on social media? Have you been in a bunch of Facebook groups or LinkedIn communities? Or have you been showing up once a week and then you kind of like fall off and then you get back on and your consistency is all over the place? I understand. I personally have been there. Every time at one point in time, I got a new friend or a new follow, I was trying to connect with them, get to know them a little bit better. I was joining every group that I was invited to and trying to show up there. Also, it'd be times I'll be on and then I'll be off, on and then off. So I totally get how this can affect you building, relationships online. So on today's Nef Nugget, I'm sharing with you 3 ways to build those relationships online. So, number one, you need to know who exactly you want to connect with. That's the first rule of any relationship, knowing the who you need to actually connect with. You don't necessarily need to connect with any and everybody, but being clear on who it is that you need to connect with. Also, be as specific as possible when you're thinking about who it is that you need to connect with. Also, you're probably, thinking about building relationships, and it doesn't have to be hard, right? It doesn't have to be hard at all. It's just a simple conversation, right? Just kind of take your time, think about it, and you may be tweaking it, right? Who you think you want to connect with. Today, you may want to connect with these individuals, and then you realize, oh, I need to tweak that a little bit more. And that's okay. But just think about specifically who are the types of people you need to get in front of, what kind of characteristics do they have, where do they hang out, things like that. Really kind of focus in on knowing who that person you want to connect with is, and then let's spend about 3 to 6 months and kind of see how that goes. Number two, I want you to target specific key groups, right? Think about where these people are hanging out, how you can get in front of more of them. Are they hanging out online? Can you search in one of the social media platforms and try to some keywords that describe who your individual is, that you can then join those groups and be of service in those groups where your key people are being. Also, do they have a certain hobby that you can kind of look up and see if there's a group that is around that hobby where you can then get into that group and then also help you get connected with some people that you want to build relationships with. Also, if there's an industry specific group, you may want to look at that. So just think about some keywords. Maybe it's an industry, maybe it's a hobby that they share, and start looking up for those types of groups and get inside those groups and make sure you're being of service of some sort. There's a ton of groups, so don't get too caught up in it. Just pick a few that you can maintain and see what happens, right? Number three, I want you to keep showing up. Yeah, I know. Sometimes it gets hard, but just keep showing up. The main difference between those who succeed and those who don't is that you keep those that keep showing up. Keep showing up. And when I say show up, I want you to show up every day. Yeah, I know, every day. But carve out 15, 20 minutes, even if you only can do 5 or 10, and every day go inside of those 3 groups that you selected, or if you have a group of your own, and start really communicating with that community. Jump on some of the existing threads, add some advice, add some insights, add some tips, give your thoughts about what questions are being asked and what statements are being made. Continue to show up offering some value to the people that you want to be connected to, and they'll start to take notice. Trust me on that. So let's recap these 3 tips to help you build these relationships online. Number one, know who you want to get connected to. Number 2, target about 3 groups. And number 3, I want you to keep showing up. So if you're interested in learning more great tips just like these and getting more Nef Nuggets, then you need to go to my website at www.nefateriafonda.com and get my free gift. If you're ready to turn your side business into a thriving income, then you need to apply to work with me at bit.ly/ book with Nef, and select discovery session. Until the next time, I pray profits and blessings over your business. Be profitable and be blessed. Bye for now.